Madness with Our House off their album The Rise and the Fall on ABC Radio Canberra. On the text line 0467 922 666. Yuma, good afternoon to Jackie out in the Braidwood Bungendore region. She says, hi Adi, Angel Gary has made my day. If I wasn't in lockdown in New South Wales, I'd be there driving for him. What a great bloke. Much love to him and his family, says Jackie. And she's just referring to Gary Malhotra, who we heard from just a little bit earlier on the show. The Gary Malhotra Canberrans Helping Hands initiative is just incredible. More than 150,000 meals delivered, not just in the ACT, but increasingly around New South Wales. Just incredible initiative in our community. Coming up before the 5 o'clock news, we're going to be visiting Cowra in the New South Wales Central West, which is going back into lockdown at 5 p.m. today. We'll be speaking to the Mayor of the Cowra Shire, Bill West. That is all ahead.
Cider's mulling, turkey's turkey, yams are yamming. What would you like to eat? Turkish delight.
I'm having a relationship with my pizza.
I'm hungry.
Bon appetit! Bon appetit!
That's right, it's time for Chef's Corner at 20 minutes to 5. And a warm welcome to Tuggeranong mother Manjula Mishra, who is the chef and co-founder of Simply Lentils. How are you, Manjula?
I'm very well, Adrian. How are you?
I'm very good. It seems like such a long time ago when I was lucky enough to visit you down in Tuggeranong for Saturday Kitchen, a long time pre-lockdown. What's lockdown been like for you and your family first, Manjula?
Well, it's been kind of mixed for me. So it's nice to have, my son and husband around me all the time. It saves me a little bit of that rush hour in the morning. So that's kind of relaxing, and they're there around, and we have a good family time. So that's good, but of course the limitation of not being able to go out like everybody else is definitely not the best thing to happen.
Food has really taken on extra meaning, hasn't it? For a whole bunch of reasons, but I'm getting incredible, intense delight out of every meal, every day. How about you, Manjula?
Absolutely. And when you have the entire family, everybody has to participate, take onus, and come in the kitchen and do their bit. So, yeah, my son and my husband, we all have been like planning meals and taking turns and cooking up different things than all our regular stuff.
And there are so many different Indian breads, Indian flatbreads, naan, roti, chapati, parathas. They all are among my favourites. Parathas, tell us more about this particular form of flatbread.
Yes, you are very well informed, I must say, because not mostly people, when you go out in an Indian restaurant, naan is the only thing or the only flatbread that comes out. But yeah, naan is not what we cook at home. And the home kind of flatbread, the everyday go-to flatbread, is more of a roti, or more fancy version of it is a paratha. And all you need is simple 2 ingredients. We use wholemeal flour back in India, so not the plain flour, which is stripped off the bran and the goodness. So the wholemeal flour, which has all the fiber and the nutrients, and all you need is water, just 2 ingredients. And to give just an idea of the ratio, so if you take like 2 cups of flour, I normally put a 3/4 of a cup of water and knead it into a nice soft dough, and that's the basic dough. So to make a paratha is generally a flavored flatbread, and you have heaps and variety of variations and options you can flavor, as simple as just salt and pepper, or you can go as fancy as some vegetables or cheese into it. So or you can make a stuffed paratha.
Oh, yum. I love the sound of a stuffed paratha. I'm just wondering if you've ever experimented with some of our seasonal produce that we've started to talk about at the moment. Strawberries in particular. Fruit. Have you experimented with stuffed parathas with fruit?
Absolutely. Oh. So you can do savory paratha and sweet as well. So I haven't done it with strawberry, but I have done it with Nutella.
Oh, now you're talking. Now you're talking. How much Nutella, Manjula?
It is so good. And so one small, like a small ball size, a billiard ball size of dough, and a tablespoon of Nutella inside. That's a bit advanced version. Making a stuffed paratha, it needs a little bit of practice and skill. So I think I will probably guide our listeners to how they can make a basic plain flame paratha that's really simple, quick, and great for kids. So all the parents, listen up here. It's really important if you want to feed the veggies to your kids. So
At 16 minutes to 5, if you've just joined us, this is Chef's Corner. Our chef is Manjula Mishra, chef and co-founder of Simply Lentils, joining us from Greenaway in the south of Canberra. And we're talking Indian flatbreads and paratha in particular, using wholemeal flour and not using yeast or salt or sugar or yogurt, but just 2 ingredients. Just a quick recap, Manjula.
yes. So I take 2 cups of. So let me talk about some kind of a flavored paratha. Let's do a zucchini paratha, zucchini and carrot paratha. Okay. So we take 2 cups of wholemeal flour and half a grated zucchini and half grated carrot. So half a cup of veggies. Put the veggies in there first because they have that moisture, so you don't want to be adding extra water. The grated veggies. Now, if you want to add some salt, of course, put some salt and some pepper. You can add a bit of herbs like coriander or garlic as well. And now you would start with half cup of water. And if you need a little bit more, just add more and knead it into a dough, like a Play-Doh. And you don't have to put that extra effort in kneading it like for 10 minutes like you do for a pizza dough. Just put it all together, leave it to rest, and it will be ready in 15-20 minutes. You can bake this dough in advance and keep it in the fridge for next day or even freeze it. And when you want to make the paratha, don't be scared about it not being a perfect round shape. It's okay. The more you make, the better you get. So just roll it using a bit of flour to dust on any surface. If you don't have a rolling board, use a chopping board. If you don't have a rolling pin, I'm sure everybody has a wine bottle in there.
To improvise with, yes.
Exactly. You don't have to go for fancy equipment. Just use any bottle to roll, any shape. It can be thick to start off with, thin, doesn't matter.
How thin, Manjula? So you're rolling with your wine bottle if you're improvising, if you don't have a rolling pin. How thin should you be rolling your paratha pre-cooking it?
Okay, so if I go by measurements, maybe a few centimeters, like 2 to 3 centimeters. When you know the wraps that you get in the market?
Yes.
So that's like 3 of those wraps stacked together. So that could be a good thickness. So a paratha usually has to have a bite to it. So not like very flimsy like a wrap. It has to be a little bit of bite. And if you add any veggies, definitely a little bit thicker, like thinner than a thin crust beans, I would say. So that would be the thickness. But if it becomes thick, no stress.
Now
it just take a little bit extra time to cook.
Now, Manjula, is this a pan-fried flatbread?
Yes, it is a pan-fried bread.
And so what are you frying with, preferably?
Any choice of your oil. Any cooking oil that doesn't have an overpowering flavor. But if you like the flavor of any particular oil, you can use olive oil. If you eat ghee, you can use ghee, coconut oil, macadamia oil. Any oil doesn't really matter. So you can even use spray. Sometimes when I'm too concerned about the oil and the health aspect, I use spray. So if that's a concern, you can just spray. So you roll the paratha. It's got veggies and the flavoring in it. You heat your fry pan, and then you put it on a dry, hot pan. So you don't put the oil first. A dry, hot pan. You cook it on one side, and then you flip it over, and that's the time you put the oil on one side, and then flip it again, so the side with the oil cooks again, and then repeat the same process.
That's interesting. So you start with the dry pan. Don't put the oil on first. Interesting.
No, don't put the oil. Yes. And, it's a great go-to food for kids' lunch boxes. In my house, Monday lunch is fixed, zucchini carrot paratha. And that's what my son takes in his lunchbox with hummus or some yogurt.
Manjula, we've got to talk about the stuffed Nutella paratha. I know it's advanced, but there will be listeners who are advanced. Not me.
Okay.
Not me, but I want to know how to do it.
Okay. I'll tell a quick version, like an easy version of the Nutella paratha. Okay. So, and I also do a sugar and cinnamon sugar paratha as well. It tastes like churros. Oh my God. So I'll talk about the Nutella paratha. So you just basic dough, flour and water. Make a nice dough and you roll it. Roll it in a circle, square, whatever comes to you. Put the Nutella in the center, spread it out, and then fold it. So you fold it so you've got the filling inside. And now you toast it the same way as I said, putting butter or ghee or oil on both the sides. And you make it like, cook it on like medium flame so it's nice and crisp and golden from outside. And when you take a bite, oh my God, you have the gooey Nutella flowing out.
Oh, that
Stop
sounds terrific.
It tastes amazing. Sometimes I have a dessert craving and you don't have anything. That's the thing. I'll just make a cinnamon sugar paratha for myself. And in the
Beautiful.
bite, you have that cinnamon syrup, that hot cinnamon sugar syrup dripping out of it. And you can have put some strawberries on the top.
Great for the school holidays. Great for activities with the kids. Sounds like a lot of fun.
Absolutely, yes. Don't worry about the mess. Include the kids as well. It's like playing with Play-Doh.
Thank you so much for being with us, Manjula, and sharing your wonderfully infectious love of cooking and your love particularly for the food from your country. It was just lovely speaking to you. And can our listeners find you at the Hague Park Markets at the moment as well?
Well, we have taken a break because of the lockdowns, but we will be back in next week, next couple of weeks, October. We will be back both at Epic and Hague Park.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Adrian.
It's a pleasure. Manjula Mishra, chef and co-founder of Simply Lentils. More information on social media about Simply Lentils if you'd like to find them, or at the Capital Region Farmers Markets in the future, or the Hague Park Markets on the Sunday as well. Wow. Are you feeling inspired to make a Nutella stuffed paratha, or maybe a zucchini savoury paratha? Maybe you're an expert. 0467 922 666.